Good morning. Right, trying to not chop head off. So, what I thought. Sorry. Good morning. Hope you're all well. And breathe. I thought let's have an update. Sorry, just trying to get a tea bag out of my cup. Get the priorities right. Oh, doing it with my left hand, that's weird. Yeah, so I thought let's have an update on how the house decluttering is going, a little bit of house update generally, like moving updates, a little bit of a chit chat. And I thought actually probably the best way to give you a decluttering update, moving update, would be just to do a tour. Just do a house tour, and then we'll get an actual update that way. If you haven't seen the last one to compare it to, I could be organised and tell you what it's called, and I can't remember. But there's some playlists on my channel, so go have a look at the playlists. There's probably something. I think there's something called tours and something. It'll be in there. Hopefully, I'll check. Right. Before we get started, just move to the lounge. Before we get started, just say, little, can't not mention it, just went to, if you follow me on Insta, then you'll have seen, just went to a meetup in Eastbourne, organised by Jessie and Emmy. Absolutely lovely, cracking weekend. I was really nervous. I don't know what is the matter with me. I'm not normally nervous about meeting people for the first time. I'm more shit at maintaining relationships. I don't know what that says about me. I'm fine to start with. Maybe they then go, oh, right, okay, I've got to know her now. Yeah. But I was really nervous, which is mental. But it was absolutely cracking weekend. I don't think I've been to Eastbourne before. I think because where we are, I mean, it's a bit of a faff on the train, but because of where we are, I think we've always gone, if we're going to go somewhere, should we go Bournemouth or Weymouth? Because they're more direct or quicker to get to. But it's lovely. It's absolutely lovely. Yeah, if you don't follow me on Insta, it's Shasta Rooney Insta if you want to see some pictures from the weekend. Yeah, like chippies and drinks on the beach, and Jessie organised, I'm sure it was all Jessie's work, a brilliant pub crawl on the Saturday. We did charity shopping. People that could get up went to the Boot on Sunday. And Friday night, it couldn't have been better on the beach. We'd got chippies, having a drink, had a little paddle in the sea, and a Pink Floyd tribute band starts up that's playing just right next to the beach, and we could hear it so clearly. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, so very, very happy. Great weekend. So, yeah, where am I now? I'm home. Yeah, bit of a fag journey home. I don't know why, on a Gatwick train to Reading, with everyone with their suitcases, only 3 carriages, it was rammed, and everyone had given up on the air conditioning and opened the windows, so it was roasting as well. Standing room, it was ridiculous. Anyway, I'll just kind of get that off my chest. Right, we're here for decluttering, moving chat, aren't we? So I haven't I've said, right, we've got somewhere to go to, me and the girls. I haven't gone into, I hope I'm not chopping my head off, podcast, if I am. We've got a flat. I haven't chatted too much about it because I don't want to jinx it, because obviously until you've exchanged, nothing's certain. But it is, as I've intimated, it's a tiny flat. It's 2-bed. So me and Connie are sharing. We're getting some. Well, I mean, this is if it all goes through. I might pop a couple of pictures in at the end Yeah, only a couple, I think, a little taster, because I don't know. I just feel like it's all a bit quiet on the Western Front at the moment. You know, when you're moving and feels a bit quiet at the moment in terms of like, well, I know the searches are back. I know this is back. So how come no one's talking about anything? Yeah, so it's 2 bed, and decided, so Maud's going to get her own room, and Connie, fingers crossed, passing her A-levels, will go to uni a year September. So we're going to share. Oh God. Yeah, we're going to share, and I thought, all right, we'll get bunk beds because it's a small room as well. And then I was looking into them, and like, because now when you're buying something, is all the dimensions and descriptions and whatever it's called. And I was like, oh, the person on the top bunk, it said is like maximum weight 5 stone or something. I was like, oh, well, she's more than that. Because of course they are meant for kids. So we were looking at one that had a double on the bottom and a single on the top, and we'd done a deal that she would go on the top. So I was like, oh. And she said, well, they must do adult bunks because soldiers live on bunks. Well, they don't live, well, you know, when their places being soldiers. I was like, all right. So I Googled, and you can buy reinforced bunks. That makes it sound like we need bariatric. No, is it bariatric? Barbaric? Well, anyway, we need bunks that take adults, because this does fit with, I remember one Christmas waking up with a mattress, some slats and a mattress, and my brother on top of the mattress on my bunk on the bottom where he'd fallen through. So clearly, yeah, I think that it wasn't really meant for, so he's 5 years older than me, so we must have had people staying, and he was, yeah, probably like adult weight. Yeah, that woke me up, him falling through the bunk. Yeah, so I thought, right, we don't want that. I do not want Connie falling through the bunks on me in the middle of the night. So I've looked up, sorry, this is a bit of a lengthy, anyway. Yeah, you can get these reinforced bunks. So it's 5 to 6 weeks ordering. So I might, if I get dates, order, it's like a metal, and it's a double, so double on the bottom, double on the top, which is much more reasonable. And also if Connie's away and people want to stay, or someone wants to stay, it's all, well, I don't think it's so bad if it's a double bunk going up there. Well, to be honest, whoever's staying will probably have had a couple of drinks and not give a shit anyway, so just be glad of somewhere to stay. Excuse me. Where was I? Yeah, we're getting double bunks. Oh yeah, so it's 2 bed. It's 600 odd square feet. It's right. So I'm going for somewhere small because my salary is very obviously unreliable, being self-employed, and I'll have a little bit of money left over by going to something cheaper. I can buy it outright, and then at least if I'm not able to bring in the amount I need that month, you know, same as if you go on holiday, you're not getting paid, are you? It's, yeah, I needed a buffer because I can't be, especially with me and the kids, I can't be worrying about if I have a bad month sales-wise. So, right, we'll go for somewhere cheap where we'll share. I'll share with Connie for a bit. So it's tiny. So it's tiny, 600 odd square feet, but it's on the first floor. But they've called it a penthouse. I was like, so isn't it a duplex? No, not what do they call it? It's a masonette, isn't it? Like, it's got its own front door and you got some stairs. I said, isn't that a masonette? There's a penthouse. It's like, not sure, but it does have a wine fridge. I'm like, oh, okay, it's a penthouse. So I was looking because it's basically, it's a really old building, and it was, when was it built? I think it was built in about 1870 or something. but it's been all like refurbed into, split up into flats and houses. Where's I going with this? Oh yeah, so I looked at the other flats that were for sale and houses and compared the kitchens and stuff. I'm like, oh, they haven't got a wine fridge. They have got fitted wardrobes. So I was trying to think, what distinguishes this as the penthouse? But it has got outside space. It's got terrace that's almost as big as a flat, which is freaking awesome, especially when we get these lovely summers. I'm outside a lot on the outdoor sofa. So that's freaking awesome. And also it gets really hot. I can just put Connie out there and she can sleep out there. Yeah. So yeah, I'll put in a couple of pics at the end, or now, if I remember, we'll see. But it's all a bit quiet. Anyway, right, that's an update. Oh, shall I do a reselling update as well? Reselling is actually, considering it's usually the summer slowdown, I'm back on track for what I need. So I am chuffed to bits, which means my new strategy is working. Well, apart from I fell off the wagon a little bit on the buy stuff that makes you £20 profit minimum. So I'm aiming to pick up 10 bits of those a week. And the idea is that will be a minimum £20 profit. Some of it will make more, and that will make up for the ones that turn out not to be £20 profit. Or it also gives me the leeway if I want to make sure the money's coming in, that I don't have to. If you've got that minimum profit, excuse me, God alive. Right, I'm back. If you've got that minimum profit, or a bigger profit margin, it does mean you've got room to drop prices if you want to, like nothing much has happened. I've got a bad week, I've had a bad day of sales. Actually, I'm going to set that low off because I'm still making a reasonable profit. I'm going to go again. Coughing. Oh, that's another thing. When we were down in Eastbourne, my hay fever just cleared up. It was incredible. Hay fever in Reading. I know hay fever is partly the pollen and partly pollution makes it worse, and Reading will be quite highly polluted compared to Eastbourne. It was amazing. And literally on the train on the way back, my hay fever kicked in. It's like, yeah, we're getting back to all the pollen and shit now, aren't we? I'm going again. God alive. Right, sorry, I just had a coughing fit. I saved you from that. My family have sucked all the oxygen out of the house. They do that. Just open the door so I can breathe. Right, where was I? Yes, cleaner air down in Eastbourne. I did like it. I've got to say, it was cheaper down there as well. Blooming Henry. Drinks were cheaper. Chazzers were cheaper. Chips were cheaper. It was cheap as chips. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I did fall off the wagon a little bit with buying some bread and butter clothing that isn't meant to be part of my new strategy, but it's like, I don't know, it's like being on holiday and I wanted to buy something. Some nice stuff, we'll see. But it was cheaper, so it's going to be a better profit than if I'd have bought those brands up here, which I wouldn't have bought those brands up here because they're too expensive. Sorry, this is a pretty grim, me coughing and spluttering and... yeah, we didn't come here for professionalism, did we? Right, so I'm going to do... Is that enough of an update? I think so. I'm going to do a tour now, and so you can see where I've got to with the decluttering. Yes, ready for house move, and well, ready for... I'm downsizing majorly. The good thing is that the girls are going to have rooms at Tom's place as well. So we have been a lot of stuff has, well, a fair amount of stuff has gone to Tom's parents' garage to store because our place is likely to go through first. So they've got a big double garage, and he's literally quite a lot of car loads have gone up there of stuff. So you'll see that as we're going around it. Some like walls look weird because you can see where pictures have been where we haven't painted for a while. And yeah, when I was in Eastbourne, some stuff went that I wasn't expecting to go yet, like mirrors that we use. So you'll see as we're going around. So the girls haven't had to declutter too much because they can, like I said, you don't have to get rid of it. Send it to Dad's because he's got more space. But they did actually, they gave me their hoverboards to sell, and I managed to sell those on Facebook Marketplace. And yeah, I've taken stuff Maud clears out quite regularly, and Connie's done a big clear out, so a lot of stuff's gone to the charity shop as well, and I've sold stuff for them if I can sell it. Yeah, so disclaimer as well, I could have made some kind of effort to tidy up. I haven't. I'm a tidy person. Well, you'll see from my room, it's all decluttered and tidied. But the main areas of the house, I feel like I'm giving up because I've got a bit of a bee in my bonnet as well at the moment with how I feel a lot of the time if you've got a house, so I just thought about that in my mind. You've got a house with a mummy, a daddy, and 2 children, like playing little dolls' houses. No, sorry, right. I'm not explaining this very well. Families and houses in that kind of scenario, often, and I honestly think that a lot of breakdowns in marriages, divorce, come from there being a very uneven share of the household workload. Yeah, I think I've explained that. I think even if you're both working, if both the adults are working outside of the house in paid employment, still most of the household decisions, organising, tidying, cleaning, all the rest of that fag is taken on by the mother or the wife or whoever's doing that role. I think they get lumbered with it, to be honest. And that's an overgeneralisation. And obviously I am going through a divorce, so, you might be like, no, it's fine in my house, it's perfectly equitable, it's amazing, and I'm really happy for you if that's the case. But I think a lot of the time, women can sometimes feel like just overworked, just even if, it's... So that also one person can be part-time in paid employment outside of the house and still get a very unequal share of the shit at home to do. Yeah. And now, see, I think most of the arguments in marriage or relationships supposedly are about money and childcare. I definitely relate to the childcare. We haven't argued so much about money until, I don't want to expose Tom too much, but not really until getting divorced. And then I think that hats off to any couple that does not argue about how you're going to split things up in a divorce financially. Gets very contentious. And yeah, I do think so. Go forwards to the tour, just switches off if you're not enjoying this little offload. But I do think that from my experience, from looking around at a lot of households as well, the woman is getting lumbered. I feel lumbered, yeah. And so, sorry, I've just remembered where this point has come from. Yeah, I haven't bothered to tidy up. Yeah, you'll see. There's some things I'm like, oh, do you know? I mean, I'll end up tidying up, but something's like, oh, do you know what? If no one else is going to move that, I'm not moving it. It can just stay there. But then I think eventually you go, actually, I've had enough of that staying. Now I'm going to move it. Yeah, you're going to see. It's a bit of a, well, you might even go, actually, that's really tidy. But I like things really tidy. So for me, it's a shit pit. Yeah, so we were watching, me and the girls were watching Rich House, Poor House last night. And one of the guys from the Poor House said, because his wife wanted to possibly start taking paid employment outside of the house, and they had quite a number of kids. I lost track of how many, quite a lot. And she was working, he was working outside the house, but kind of when he came home, that was it. So he got to put his feet up, and he had a break from work, but she was working constantly. And I was explaining that to girls. I said, look, you see what she's running around there. Can you see she's doing the cooking? She's putting the kids to bed. She was doing everything. Like, and her day never stopped. And I said, and that's every day. It's like she was never getting a break. And I said, you know, right, so somebody has not said, oh, I'm going to give you £10 an hour for everything you're doing. And because they haven't done that, because she's doing it all for free, it's like sometimes people just overlook it. I might be stating the bleeding obvious here. But anyway, so she also, because they could do with some more money in the house, wanted to get paid employment. And he said, so he'd taken on the role in the Rich House of cooking, which he said, I never cook at home. Never. He said, I might do egg and chips, you know, once in blue moon, that's it. He said, and he said he found it really stressful, like trying to learn to cook. And he said, but he'd learned from it, and he thought he would have a crack at doing a Sunday dinner and start doing Sunday dinner. And you know, my girl's like, oh, what, one meal a week? Wow. And I said, well, do you know what? That's a really good start, because the Sunday dinner there's quite a lot of timings involved, and there's a lot of different elements to it, of skills of, you know, how to, you know, do gravy without lumps and stuff, getting stuff in the oven that works, and that you don't have like soft vegetables, and it's a lot of different sort of elements. So I said, if he can manage that, then he can manage a lot of different meals. I said, and also, do you know what? If he can do a Sunday roast, he can do Christmas dinner. And, you know, otherwise, yeah, it's Christmas Day. Mum does all the cooking. Well, you know, in a lot of houses, I'm not saying every household, but and the tidying up. Well, just right, that's my chip off my shoulder. But there you go. Right, so that's my little piece. I feel better for that. Yeah, I do think one day. Oh, that's enough down that rabbit hole. Let's go and do the tour. Let's lighten this up a bit. Right, we'll start from upstairs and just work our way down and go out into the garden and the garage. So yeah, look back on the other tour if you haven't seen it, and then you'll see maybe some changes, maybe not much in here. Bathroom, just messier, to be honest. Yeah. Oh yeah, mirror. So that's a tiny mirror dirty tiny mirror from Connie's room, because that was one of the things I came out and like, she's like, there's no mirror in the bathroom. When I came out from Eastbourne, I was like, okay. She said, and Maud was like, it's really weird brushing my teeth without a mirror. I was like, oh, so I went into Connie's room, so right, we'll have that out of your room into here, and the hallway mirror from downstairs I brought in is on the landing, so we can use that for like getting dressed or whatever. Yeah, I wasn't expecting some of the stuff to go, but then I wasn't here, so yeah. Yeah, shower. So not much to report in here, I don't think, really, just mess. So yeah, so it's 4 beds. This is Maud's room. So this was like where me and Tom started off with, double wardrobe. It's like what would be the master bedroom. And yeah, so her shelves that were in the corner have gone. She's got my bed at the moment because she needed to move to a double, so I'm now on the floor temporarily. Garden. So is anything else gone from in here? Not sure. Just general. God, look at the dust in that. Because this is what I'm talking about. Look at the dust down there. But no one else will see that and go, for God's sake, I can't even remember what else has gone out of here, but I know stuff's gone to Tom's parents' garage. This is Tom's cave. That's his work setup, so obviously that all goes to his. Yeah, there's the mirror I've brought from the hallway downstairs, so that, I don't know, so that we can look at Alex. Right, so where I currently am, so this used to be Maud's room, but then I realised, well, actually it's better for the girls to have big rooms because they have their friends in there for sleepovers, don't they? Oh yeah, having said that though, I don't make beds really, I can't be asked. Beaker, so yes, my pictures have gone from there. Beaker's looking a bit upset currently because his favourite orange lamp got sold. So there was an orange lamp there, an IKEA one that got sold because, yeah, literally, I'm sharing a room with Connie. I won't have a bedside thing, so yeah. So I thought might as well sell that. There was another new Kallax in here. Because I've got a slimline one and got that made up because I thought I ran out of storage on my phone, so I've just deleted a couple of videos, so I don't know if we'll have enough time to space rather. My wardrobe. Well, so I listed everything that was for reselling. It was over there. There's nothing up there now. And well, minimalist wardrobe. However, there is stuff in. There's like underwear and hoodies and shorts. There isn't much in here at the moment. That's a blanket. So you can see how much I've decluttered clothing wise. I've gone minimalist. That's tops. Need a lot of cozies. Right, let's try and get on with this before it has a wobbler. Right, that's got to go. Tried to free cycle that, but no one wanted a pin. No one wants a pin board these days. The cupboard. Oh, so I got rid of I ended up free cycling the gold Lloyd Loom Lusty. In fact, actually one went from in the bathroom as well, a white one. And yeah, I couldn't sell them, so I gave them away. So there was up here, there was a load of it was games. There was games in there, and all the bedding from the Lloyd Loom's gone in here temporarily. So all the most of the games have gone to Tom's, and I've just kept Articulate because I like that. I don't know what else has gone up from there. Just general shite. Right, Connie's room, a pit. So she's now so she chose to get this Kallax, and these are gorgeous, by the way. I think they're a new design. As I said, right, in our room, we're definitely going to be able to get in double bunk beds. We'll get one of these Kallaxes in each, and then we'll have to see what space we've got. So she's kind of working with, well, if she can get most of her stuff in there, then, so that's going to Tom's house. Then that's quite a good guide. The old lady bed's going to Tom's house. And we're going to take her desk, which is really a kitchen table, which I got from Fanny's Antiques. We are going to have as the kitchen table, but she's going to just work on that when she wants to work at a desk and study from that in the kitchen. And yeah, she's been really decluttering. Connie has. Oh yeah, so I haven't been. Oh baby. I haven't been in a wardrobe. Nice. I'm liking that. Yeah, I guess it's all stuffed into there. Right, let's move downstairs. Right, we've still got space. So these drawers, they'll be going to Tom's. We're taking Le Voyage de Baba and obviously One-Eyed Jack. That's the boiler cupboard. I'll miss that. Those like hanging rail things, like washing lines down there. We'll work something out. Right, let's quickly go before we get. So what do we do? We're going kitchen. Oh yeah, case in point. Well, if no one else can be bothered to put the knives and forks away, then I can't either. So at the moment they live in a stack in the middle, and dinner gets served onto the table, and people are taking the knives and forks from there because I haven't put them away. No one puts them away. Yeah. Crisp corner again. No one can be bothered, so nor can I. I don't know how far I can take this. I don't know how far. Quite far, I'd imagine. Oh yeah. I mean, obviously someone's made a sandwich this morning. Looks like they've had cucumber in it as well. Good. I mean, seriously, if I don't clear that off, which I'm going to have to, that would just stay there. Like, this is what I'm talking about. But I'll just get that all off my chest. And yes, so the people that are buying are ripping this. Well, I know it's only a half kitchen, but I'm sort of like, oh, it's such a shame because I really love our scaffold plank shelves, and I've got these cast iron brackets made up from somewhere on eBay, but that's all coming out because it's not their taste. So they didn't want the smeg either, which hopefully might be rescued by a friend and go in their garage for extra freezer space and drinks. So yeah, we had spare, like this is really nice thick worktop wood, and we had chunks of it spare, and I've managed to free cycle that, which I'm really chuffed because somebody can actually use it because it was nice wood. Some of you might think I'm absolutely bananas saying about saving bits of wood like this, but I really rate wood, and that's why I've got this, like scaffold planks over and stuff. I like it, but obviously I know it's not everyone's taste. Some biscuits that our friends made. This one's so cute. Look at that. A little, yeah, I think that's cute. Right, so moving on. This is Tom's picture. Actually, he must have missed that. That his friend got for him signed, a little Bond picture. Trying to flog my South Park fridge magnets at the moment because we're not going to have, like a magnetic fridge that's going to have a door cover on it, where we're hopefully going. Oh, this is worth showing you. Just have a read of that. Once upon a time, a man asked a girl to marry him. The girl said no, and she lived happily ever after and went shopping, dancing and drinking. She always had a clean house, never cooked, and looked fabulous all the time. The end. Yeah, I probably have shown you that before because I love it. Right, prayer for the middle-aged. I don't know, I'm sorry that this is a bit, but I can't help it. This one's good. There's some particularly good bits in it. Or shall I just read it? Prayer for the middle-aged. Lord, you know that I am growing older. Keep me from becoming talkative or possessed with the idea that I must express myself on every subject. Release me from the craving to straighten out everyone's affairs. Keep me from the recital of endless details. Oh God, it's so awful. Give me wings to get to the point. See, I'm doing it now. Seal my lips when I am inclined to tell of aches and pains. But personally, I love a little chit chat about our ailments. I'd chit chat to the old people on the bus about our ailments. So it's a great chat that. They are increasing with the years, and my love to speak of them grows sweeter as time goes by. That's what I've just said, isn't it? Teach me the glorious lesson that occasionally I may be wrong. Make me thoughtful and not nosy, helpful but not bossy, with my, what's that, bast? My vast store of wisdom and experience. It does seem a pity not to use it all, but Lord, that I want a few friends at the end. I like that. Right, so, and I'm just, let's get some keys. I am literally proving that point, aren't I? Oh yeah, so a lot of coats and shite has gone from there. I mean, I've sold some stuff actually. I've sold a couple of my coats, couple of my Hunter welly boots. God alive. Oh, so shall I just go up here? Yeah, we'll go out the back. Hunter welly boots, my gold ones, absolutely knackered. Like the side bit was hanging off, and I still sold them for a tenner on Vinted because they were gold, but and they were well worn. But I assume somebody probably wanted them for a festival, and a lot of the time people take boots and they wear them, then they dump them. So I'm like, right, well, if they get one last wear, then that's jobs are good and I've got some money. So yeah. That's the charity shop. That's going to have to be tipped because that's a broken Tudor Badminton racket. It's my pile of stuff for the postie. Ollie T was coming with us. That was a local band that played in a festival where I used to do the fundraising and bar and stuff for. That's where that picture was. Sorry, the mirror. Clear shelves in the loo, but it might have been like that last time. Oh yeah, so mirror's gone from here, but this one looks cleaner here because me and Connie painted this last summer, and there was a Glastonbury picture up there, and that's gone, and the one has gone from here as well. Right, let's get some shoes on and let's go outside. Have we been in the lounge? We haven't done the lounge yet. Right, okay. So, lounge is usually quite tidy anyways. All the blankets and shite are all down the back of there. So many people message me about my rug. And they message and say, I don't actually want to buy your item, but where's your rug from? And it's only Amazon if anybody wants to know. A pile of stuff that I picked up from Eastbourne to list. This is a bit creased, which I don't have an iron or a steamer, so that'll be interesting. I might put it in the bathroom. Connie's old lady chair. Oh yeah, so the Bond picture there that I got Tom from the boot has gone. These cullets will be coming with us. And oh look, that's it's a bit uneven. We did paint this, me and the girls. Actually, no, the girls painted it for me on Mother's Day because it was really, with the fire, it was really bad up there, but the picture's gone from there. That's just me selling shit there. Right, let's go out. Okay, so, oh God, I don't hardly want to show you my sorry pots that I have not been watering. They're looking a little bit upset. So, there's webs. So has anything happened out here? I think there's been a bit of, I need to get the wolf out on this. Yeah, I did take a couple of tubs. One got filled with stuff for the tip. It's cooler out here. But this one, I was going to tip these balls out and use that for stuff for the tip. And there was an Incy Wincy running around like that. I was like, I'll leave that one. Tom can deal with that one. I don't know if I might have to go out the front door because I cannot be doing with running into the webs down there. Hang on. Right, out the front door. Oh, no, I don't need to I should leave that open. So this one's, I think, majorly exciting, and if anybody used to see me in my garage doing lives, because I love it in the garage, you won't, but you prepare yourself because I think this is freaking amazing. This is, so that's my bike and Connie's bike and Maud's bike, but and there's my Cholet. I have, how have I put the light on? So there used to be shelves all the way along here, all the walls. I've free-cycled a wine rack from there. I free-cycled all the shelving, or free-cycled loads of stuff off of here, gardening stuff. Some brilliant ladies came to pick up the other day. So funny. They came in a really small car, and she messaged me to say, I'm really close by. I'm at the doctor's surgery down the road. I'll be there in 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, great. And so usually I just leave the stuff outside and say where it is and say, just help yourself. But because I hadn't got it all on free cycle yet, I said, I thought I'd come and see because I've got more garden stuff if you want garden stuff. And she went, oh, okay. And then I had two friends, so it was hot, so the windows were down, we're in the car. And I was saying, do you want this, and she'd be like, oh no, but my friend might, and so she's shouting back, do you want this? And she'd no, and then the one in the front's going, oh no, I'll have it though. So I was still out there, and I was stood here holding stuff up and saying, what about some tree stump stuff? You brush it on, and she went, oh yeah, I've just moved somewhere with I've had to do loads of gardening, and we've had to hack loads of stuff down. So, would you want a hacksaw then? And I went to take some of the stuff to the car, and there was a child. They were trying to fit a broom in over this sleeping child in the back. They just made me laugh that they were like, I just piled them up, and they were so grateful. I'm like, well, I'm so grateful because I don't have to get rid of it now. Anyway, oh God, this is me sharing or whatever it was from the middle-aged prayer, isn't it? So yeah, you can see the bare shelves, and so we've got our camping stuff still, which we're not getting rid of. Tom's having these shelves. I'll be drinking that wine. And yeah, Christmas stuff. That's the Christmas tree. That's the box for the organ. Oh, that's my very useful boxes that I'm still using, and our Wentworth collection that we haven't done yet. And yeah, desk is going to Tom's. Yeah, my Sholly. Oh, I think I'll keep that. Bit more wine to drink. Keep that wreath. Yeah, a cupboard under the stairs. Yeah, look, the tents, a couple of cases. So I went in here, cleared. Oh, there was so much shit on these shelves, and you can't see down there, but there was down there was loads of bloody crap, and basically every time. So Tom's more of a we'll keep that just in case, and I'm more of a no, let's just get rid of it. So when he said, we'll keep those fucking washing machine pipes just in case as spares, I'm like, what? Because you're handy and you would fix a leak with them? I mean, you can guess from that. No, he's not handy. There were no leaks to be fixed, and my very good friend took it to the tip for us. Anyway, so it was stuffed with shit like that Tom wanted to keep, and I didn't, so I'd shove it all in here. So I cleared all of that out. Yeah, my superstar friend who did a tip run, and literally she just took all the stuff, and she was like, oh, I've got any bottles? That's why I'm doing bottles. Took my bottles. Really grateful to her. Yeah, so I shouldn't end on that. Honestly, it is. I know that bit doesn't look tidy, but this, I can see walls now, so I now feel. Let's turn you around. Have I still got time on there? Yeah, I feel. Yeah, I can see the end now of, what we've actually got to move, what is left to free cycle, sell, or what have you. I'm going to do a post on Insta actually of some surprise, or maybe I'll put a couple of pictures on the back of here as well. Some stuff that is quite surprising that I've sold that you might not think about. No, actually, I'll put the pictures on Insta, but go and look at them there. But like, for instance, there's stuff that you just don't. Oh, my neighbour's coming in. You just don't think, and you just live with. But I didn't really want. So like, and some people might go, "Oh, how could you do that?" But I'm not into keeping old clutter for sentimental reasons. It's like my old Brownie uniform from the 70s, and it was really in a condition like come away at the seams, and a rip in it, and because I wore it for brownies, I had my badges on it and that, and sold that for 25 quid. And Tom's like, who's buying that? And I said, well, we don't probably want to think about that, Tom, but if they're going to give me 25 quid, I won't ask any questions. So he was like, I was like, well, basically before anything leaves the house or I go to free cycle it, I think I'll just put that up and see if I can vlog it first. And you'd be surprised. So yeah, I think that's a little update for now, isn't it? Yeah, I'm a bit nervous about asking for an update on where we are with the the flat purchase, because things are very quiet, and I'm like, I just feel like something going on that I should be knowing about. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that, and it wasn't too, as the middle-aged prayer is, too like. Well, I know it was. But then you're used to that, aren't you, from me? And yeah, if you're decluttering, good luck. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye, don't die.